Hello friends, this is Flavors of New York and I am Lala from Put It In My Mouth podcast. Today we are on 14th and 2nd at a Georgian restaurant. What do you know about Georgian restaurants or food or wine, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you this. They have an 8,000-year-old wine tradition. Pretty much the oldest winemakers in the world, so that's something.
Type of category, like the most traditional, actually the most popular even because of the presentation as well. And the name comes from the part in Georgia we have the south side cheese fulguni. It's a little bit similar like mozzarella, but a little bit more salty.
Okay.
And
a salty Georgian mozzarella cheese.
Yeah, actually yes. And there is egg yolk and the butter. So egg yolk is raw, but when I mix it, it's cooked already. So
amazing. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes. She was spot on when she said a slightly saltier mozzarella. Egg yolk is beautiful. There's so much butter. It's rich, but so good. I'm here with Serge. I can't stop eating this ketchupuri. It's so good.
I'm pretty sure it's delightful.
Let's talk wine because I'm a wine person. I have a little bit of knowledge of Georgian wines. I know that the wine is made underground in large clay jars, essentially.
Correct.
They're huge, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about that process.
Okay, so process works like this. Basically, as you already mentioned, there is like a humongous clay jars buried into the ground. The ones you easily can see on the paintings on the wall.
Yeah.
So after the clay jars are properly cleaned, which is really very important, and properly buried into the ground, we are putting there like a grape juice containing all the vines. So we are not separating the grapes from the wines. Basically, the clay gives the wine such a beautiful amber color and the mineral.
So you also make typical white wines.
Definitely,
and
yes.
red wines. And is
Correct.
this process the same, that it goes underground?
It's not going
in
to be
the jar?
processed the same. It's not going to go underground. So for
So
example,
it's just these
just
orange
this
Georgian wines.
which is traditional way of preparation, but besides the traditional way, we are using a lot of different procedures to produce the wine.
What grape is this?
Oh, this is Saperavi.
Saperavi.
Yeah, like the name of the restaurant.
Okay, so now I was going to ask. Now we know why the restaurant is called Saperavi. It's
Yeah,
named after
it's like
the
a
grape.
Cabernet Sauvignon for
Yeah.
French people. The same Saperavi is for us, and a lot of great winemakers years ago started doing a coupage of Saperavi and Cabernet Sauvignon. So it's really very popular option to have Saperavi / Cabernet. This wine was found there in a clay pot.
See?
So that's the thing.
Take that, France. The Georgians were the first to make wine.
Yeah,
Now you know.
Armenians might argue with us, but no. But no.
the dumplings. Those two are with the beef, and here's with the spinach and cheese, the green ones. And with the beef, which one is it? It has a soup inside. It's very nice.
Oh, it's like a
Actually,
beef soup
it
dumpling?
means- Yeah, it
Something?
means like you get two dish in one. It's like a soup, and you have like a main as well.
Okay.
Like that.
Uh-huh.
Right here in the corner.
Okay.
And
Slurp?
Yes. Okay. And the drink is look like shot. If you want to feel like a whole taste, you need to try that.
A lesson in Georgian dumpling eating. Wild how every country sort of has their own version of dumplings, right? They're all so similar, but just sort of like that little twist that makes it uniquely theirs. There is a unique seasoning in here that is really, really lovely. And they're huge. I mean, that meat is so flavorful. It's really delicious. Right, vegetarians, spinach and cheese. I don't know if there's juice in this one. There's not. But, man, the Georgians love their cheese. Look at this. Ah, so good. So I knew coming in that Georgian food, they're famous for their khachapuri and their kinkali, the kinkali or the dumplings, but there's so many other options on this menu. A lot of eggplant, a lot of lamb, a lot of chicken. They have appetizers, khachapuri, and the kinkali, the dumplings. Then they also have a whole Georgian specialties section of the menu. which leans into skewers, some ribs, some stews, veal stews, lamb stews. So it seems to be a very hearty, sort of like nourishing kind of food culture, which I love. And these char-grilled lamb chops, I would like to eat those. What is this? It's gorgeous.
So this beautiful item is Napoleon cake. Basically, it's
Napoleon
made,
cake?
Correct.
Okay.
It's made with a puff pastry and homemade cream, which is stuffed inside of the slice of the puff pastry. Cream by itself contains citrus zest, so it's really refreshing, extremely light, and delightful in general.
After all that cheese, I love a nice light dessert. So I'm glad this is a citrus situation. How do we go about this? Oh yeah, okay. Ooh, super flaky. You can see that? All those layers? I'm using my hands because we've already established that that's the way they eat in Georgia. The orange flavor permeates the cream. It's running through the entire dessert. It is very light and very refreshing, exactly what he said. This is the perfect way to end a meal here because you don't want anything heavy that's going to sort of weigh you down. This is it. Do not skip this dessert. This is very unique. So if you're a fan of cheese, wine, grilled meats, dumplings, I mean, we're just east of Union Square. Come experience Georgian food, especially if you never have. It's really delicious and you just might learn something and leave a little smarter. For Flavors of New York, I'm Lala. I'll see you next time. Bye.